What's up, everybody? And today we are reacting to Range Day with the US Marines at Camp Lejeune. People are going to absolutely destroy me for that pronunciation. I have no idea what it says. But I think this is just a video of them shooting, them firing, and I haven't been on the range with US Marines before. I am wondering what their kind of SOPs are, their standard operating procedures, and I thought I would give some insight and give you my thoughts on what it was when I was in training and when I was in the Royal Marines, and kind of give my thoughts on that. This video is by Media Magic Entertainment. There will be a link down below to the original video. As always, please go over to the original video, give it a like, a subscribe, and all that good stuff. Check out DREADNOUGHT MEADERY in the description below as well. That's the new project me and my brother are working on that we're very, very passionate about. Check it out. Anyway, let's shut up. Let's pull this up and let's check it out.
Nine boxes a piece. 9 boxes a piece. All right.
Okay, so they're getting the rounds. I do want to pause actually there and just say that I know the way that the UK works with ammunition is incredibly strict compared to the US for obvious reasons. Like, we have to count exactly how many rounds we've used. We have to try and collect every single piece of brass we certainly can, and everything has to be documented and accounted for how much has been used, whereas I think the US is a bit more relaxed. I might be wrong there, let me know.
All right, that first relay, deliberate load.
So the SOPs look very similar, you know, they've got
Right side good.
someone taking command, giving, you know, exactly where they need to be in loading and everything, and checking and making ready. I wonder how sturdy, you can't see because my head's in the way. Let me move my head out of the way a little bit here. How sturdy them bipod legs, they look really flimsy, don't they? So when we're firing, obviously in training we use the SAATA-2s, which are not the best rifles, to be honest with you. They don't have bipod legs, so we're firing without bipod legs, unless you get the LSW, which we didn't really use, or the Mini-Me or the GPMG. You're not using bipod legs, right? When I used the sharpshooter rifle, I did. They just look a bit flimsy there, and I'm wondering how, apart from being prone, is it really worth having them? Or is that more, I don't know, is it worth having them on? Because they've got a laser on there. Big scope as well. These are big rifles. These aren't just, I don't think these are, you know, your Bobby Basic rifles either. Looks like they've got a silencer on them.
When you get back again, take your time, and from there you should use the mill reticle to make the proper correction.
Taping them up just like we do. It's just, it's an easy way to know what your last round was. You know, tape it up. It's not a big deal.
Shooters, stand by.
Okay, so now they're standing up. Let's look at the positioning. I mean, the way they're holding the rifles, you know, it's good. It's good. There's nothing else to go off. Apart from the fact that they are very close to the targets here. I don't know if my head's in the way again. But look how close they are to the targets. They're pretty damn close there. And that would explain why the rifle's pointed down quite a bit. It looks like they've got a suppressor on there and a laser and quite a large scope to be shooting that close. I don't know if it necessarily needs all this gear.
Same drill. Shooters, stand by. Threat. Shooters, set up for that one shot.
Oh wait, are they shooting it are they canted a little bit? Let me go back a little bit there. Looks like you can't really see because you're not fully over his shoulder, unless it's something to do with the laser. He's canted there.
Go ahead and set up that same drill. Do it.
Okay, they've got a different scope on here. No bipod legs. This is more what I expected. Still a laser on it. I'm presuming that is a laser. This is what I would expect for shooting a bit closer. This one's got the silencer still on it.
Shooters, stand by.
So some of them do have the silencer on it, some don't. Which one this? Okay. So obviously when you're shooting as well, I mean, I'm probably talking to people who have done this for many, many years. I'm just going to turn down and talk over it. It's not so much about getting it all bullseye as it is getting a really good group in, and then you can adjust your sights and so on and so forth. This guy looks like he's got... in fact, I've seen bipod legs like this before. I think we had something similar in the Royal Marines where you can use them as bipod legs, but they're also kind of pushed up into a grip. I've used something similar to that before. It's very interesting comparing the gear that the US has compared to the UK. So they're practicing moving. Don't know what it is. The sound of rifles like that, for some reason, it's really satisfying. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for saying that? Does anyone else feel that? It's pretty satisfying. He's moving forward. This guy's got a heavier rifle. He's got the bipod legs on a big scope. Same here. This guy's got a second foregrip and the bipod legs and a suppressor and quite a big scope. It's going to add a bit of weight to it, that. He's not calling out when he reloads or gets a stoppage in the Royal Marines. You're supposed to shout out stoppage. Even if you're on a range, it's good drills to have, or at least we got told that, so that if you're in a firefight and someone runs out of ammo and shouts stoppage, you know you've kind of got to keep an eye on both of you then. You've got to pick up the slack a little bit, maybe get an extra round or two down so it helps him square away his mags and he can get back in the game. And then he would shout back in once he's sorted as well.
Shooters from the low ready, stand by.
Threat. Okay. Is shooting full auto there? Is he shooting full auto? Yeah. We don't do that unless we got a GPMG or a mini-me. In the Royal Marines, we only use single fire. I think it can be a waste of rounds personally. I feel like you can get a much more accurate 4 or 5 shots off than 10 shots and then it all be all over the place. But there is a place for this, right? At the end of the day, being full auto, it does have its place. That was a good video. I feel like I'd love to... I'm going to refresh myself on the range etiquette in the Royal Marines by watching some videos and then go back and compare and contrast a bit more. I think that's important. I think it's nice because obviously the Royal Marines and the UK are allies, and when information gets shared between the two, like we always do through operations together, through different types of scenarios that practicing together, everyone gets better. I've talked about this many times in the past, where the reason that they work together on their off time is to help each other learn more skills, right? It's interesting to watch their SOPs and watch their kind of way of being on the range, where we don't really go full auto. We more take our time, sit down, really want to make sure that our drills are really nailed down and smooth for any scenario. Even listening to the rifle, you don't even have to look at it. You're listening to the rifle, you know exactly what's happened, and you can get straight into clearing that stoppage, changing that mag, doing whatever you need to do. Yeah, let me know in the comments section. I know we have a lot of US military lads watching this and girls, so let me know in the comment section what you think. I'm going to leave a link for the original video in the description. Check it out, and give me your feedback in the comments. I'd love to know, and I'd love to start a bit of a dialogue with you guys. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It helps with the algorithm, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.